Hi, welcome to segment 4 of this soul series. So far, we've talked about past life trauma, early childhood trauma, soul imprints, and soul fragments. And now we are talking about karma and soul patterns. So, what is karma? What I will say, karma is it's not a punishment. It's not an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. What karma really is action. It comes from the words to repeat, to do, action. That's karma. What happens is we build karma from having lifetime after lifetime of building the same pattern, the same energetic vibration, and getting stuck in that vibration. That energetic vibration is our karma. And what happens is now it becomes a pattern in every lifetime. So everyone has certain patterns. These patterns are basically their karma. And these patterns come from belief systems. And most of the time, these patterns come from experience that we have in the physical world that had an impact on our soul. So if we're carrying negative karma, we've had negative experiences. And these negative experiences have caused us to have negative beliefs about ourselves, others, and the world. From these beliefs, we start to form patterns. These patterns are part of our karmic energy. So a pattern is something we keep repeating, and it's based on a belief. So if we have a belief that falling in love is bad because people hurt you, that's probably because we've had many lifetimes or many experiences in our current lifetime where we have been hurt by this feeling of being left or abandoned or lost. Whatever it is, we form patterns from that. We form karmic energy. And as long as we don't heal what needs to be healed in our soul to pull us out of that pattern, we're going to repeat the pattern in our current lifetime and in future lifetimes. So we need to heal karmic patterns, karmic energy. We need to raise our vibration out of these stuck patterns that we get into, which is causing us to repeat lifetime after lifetime the same scenarios. Now, they're not always exactly the same. They're based on the patterns. So I know a lot of times people get these past life regressions done or go and have past life readings done, and things line up where you say, wow, I hurt this person in my past life, and now they're hurting me. And it's not that you're being punished for that. It's just that you had an energy of showing someone non-love. And because you have that energy, you attract non-love energy into your life. So whatever you're putting out, you're basically attracting back like a magnet. So the reason things are lining up for you in this lifetime that happened in a past lifetime, it's based on patterns. It's based on your energetic vibration. So the way to change that vibration, to pull yourself out of these lower negative energetic vibrational energies, is to find the pattern, the source of the pattern, and do the healing work that needs to be done to basically collapse that energy, to let it transform into a pattern of something like, I'll be more loving toward myself so I can attract more love into my lifetime. Now, this would have to become a belief in order for it to create a healthy pattern and to be your new karma. It just doesn't happen by you saying, I think I'll stop hurting people so people stop hurting me. You have to really have the belief in your own soul that you deserve to be loved, so that you draw that towards you. And so that gives you the ability, and you'll draw it towards you when you can give it back, when you're feeling it authentically. Because when I talk about karma, also think about karma as intention. What is the intention behind the action, which is the karma? So If your intention seems like a good intention on the outside, but it really is not a good intention, it's a real selfish intention. Like, for example, you give to a lot of charities because you want people to believe that you're very gracious and giving with your money. But your intention behind it is really for you to save on your taxes. Um, you had no connection to the charities. You didn't care what was happening with the charities. You didn't care that your money was helping them. All you knew is it was helping you by giving to the charity. That would be a selfish thing. That would not be a very good pattern. That would not bring you good energetic vibrational energy. That's not going to make good karmic play out in other lifetimes because that's a selfish energy. That's what's considered unhealthy karma. Healthy karma means it has a healthy intention behind it. It has an intention of love, an intention of compassion. It has some kind of intention that comes from the higher spiritual essence of who we are. When it comes from ego, when it comes from fear, when it comes from survival consciousness, we're then creating bad karma. And then karma again means to repeat. It means action. The actions keep getting repeated lifetime after lifetime because we're carrying it, we're putting it out, and then we're drawing it back toward us. And this is why it keeps getting repeated. So the way out of that karmic wheel is to heal our own soul patterns, our own negative beliefs, because it is the beliefs that create the patterns. The patterns just don't form quickly. They form based on a belief system we have. And when we're locked into the belief system, then the pattern starts to unfold from that belief. So the belief of I need to help others in order for me to feel good about myself is not really good karma. It means you're carrying an energetic field of I'm not worthy of love, so I have to be good. That could play out in another lifetime where you are unworthy of love. You end up in a very bad employment relationship because you don't feel good about yourself. So it plays out in so many different ways, but it still goes back to a belief system, back to a pattern. This is what karma is, and this is what soul patterns are. But when you keep repeating it with people, because you're putting out the energy and they're already carrying the energy, so they're drawn to your energy, you're drawn to them because you're carrying the same vibration, you end up in what's called a karmic dance with each other. You're both stuck in your karmic patterns that are of that same vibration. You could be carrying good karma and they're carrying good karma and you're attracted to each other. So when you have both carrying negative patterns because you have negative beliefs about yourself, about connection, about love, about the world, about others, you carry a lot of fear, a lot of survival consciousness, you're going to put that out on a vibrational level. You're going to draw it towards you. And what's going to happen is you're going to end up in a karmic dance with somebody. So that's how karmic patterns work. You're not being punished. It's not bad luck. It is consciousness playing out from your soul based on these karmic patterns that were developed from belief systems, from this constant experiences that caused you to have these beliefs. So the idea is to grow out of that simply by looking at those patterns and to see them as lessons that could have been learned instead of just repeated. So there's always an opportunity to say, okay, I have this pattern where I run away as soon as I get very close with someone. Let me go deep into that pattern so I can heal the karma. So how do you heal the karma is by going so deep into that pattern and notice, first of all, that you have a pattern, and then try to figure out how it's been playing out and realize what has to be healed. What does that pattern mean? If I'm running away from relationships, is it because I'm actually really meeting so many bad people, so many people that don't have it together, and that's my karma? Yeah, it's because your karma is you're not loving yourself enough. You're feeling unworthy. You're so afraid to commit that it's playing out that you're meeting a lot of bad people. So you believe it's bad luck, it's bad karma, but it really, what it is, it's a pattern that you're locked into because of lifetimes and experiences in your current lifetime that cause you to believe something about yourself that's creating all of these patterns, and then they're playing out. So if you have lifetime after lifetime where you have been running away from intimate and close relationships because you don't believe you're worthy of that intimacy or don't believe you're worthy of love, you're going to keep repeating that. So it's not that it's coming into your life because you're due this bad penance or you're due some kind of punishment. It's because your energetic field is playing out. Your karmic energy is playing out in reality, and it's calling towards you other people that resonate with that energy. So it's making it repeat. So to heal that, you have to stop the pattern. You have to heal that negative belief and turn it into a positive one. When you heal the negative belief and you turn it into a positive one, you're shifting the karmic energy. You're shifting the energetic vibrational soul energy from lower to higher. You're going into a higher frequency, which is more toward love, less toward fear. So what I will leave you with today is every opportunity is in every lifetime. It's in every experience. Every opportunity to heal your soul will show up in every karmic pattern. Look at those patterns. Use those opportunities. Find the spiritual answer, whether it's working with meditation, working with mindfulness practices, working with others to help you through it, reading a book that has some kind of healing regimen in it, some kind of steps you can take, working with practitioners that know how to work with these types of patterns that get locked in the soul. Patterns that are so ingrained, maybe because of lifetime after lifetime, or just because you're afraid to let them go. You've become so familiar with them, but they can be healed, they can be transformed, and they could change that lower energy into a higher frequency. It could transform it so you can live more like the divine miracle that you are. And you can stop living in that survival consciousness and fear of non-love. Just to always remember that you as a divine being is automatically lovable and very loving and perfect as a soul. You've only had many imperfect experiences during your journey here on the earth plane. So thank you for being here. And I do want to say this series does continue. So next we are working on relationships with self and others. So don't forget to stay tuned and you can catch segment 5. And if you've missed any from 1 through 3, catch those when you can right here on this channel. And then we continue with 5, and then we wrap it up with number 6, where we're talking about compassion and forgiveness. So have a blessed day, and thank you again for joining.